What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel here. It's a nice fall summer transition day here in September. I just wanted to put this video out for you folks that are going through any symptoms or issues with your truck or vehicle, primarily a four-wheel drive truck with independent front suspension here, and you might have a wheel bearing noise or like a humming or whining type sound, not to be confused with like the grinding or clicking sound that's common with the four-wheel drive hub actuators. It's common on the Fords and probably other makes as well. But I got a slight front end wheel humming noise, and you can feel it in the steering wheel and definitely hear it from the front end. But I want to put this video out just to help you. I was kind of going through some troubleshooting, and you kind of do the sway test or do the steering test when you're going down the road, left to right. So if you turn the steering wheel left, in theory you're taking the weight off the front left tire, and if the noise was to go away, you would assume that it's on the left side. And same thing with the right, where if you turn to the right, you might you'd be taking the weight off the front right tire, and like I said, taking the weight off of that would alleviate or reduce some of the humming noise if it were to be on the right side. So that's usually the typical theory or common case, but in this case, I replaced everything on the left side or the driver's side. So this here that you're looking at is a passenger side of my F-150. So I replaced everything on the left side, because when I would sway right, which means turning your steering wheel to the left, you're taking the weight off the driver's side, and it would alleviate the noise. So I figured, okay, it's got to be the driver's side. So I replaced the hub that you see here, and then I also replaced, while I'm in here taking the hub off, I always, just replace the CV axle as well while I'm at it. So I figured, well, I got everything out. That's what I did on the driver's side. And I'm thinking, all right, great, back in business here. I saw a little bit of pitting on the CV shaft where the wheel bearing meets there, so I figured definitely that could have been suspect. But so I put all that back on the driver's side, went for a test drive, and still no luck. Still have the same humming noise, and same thing when I'm turning left. You'd think taking the weight off that driver's side left tire that the noise would go away, but it still wasn't the case. So then I came over here to the passenger side, which is the right side, if you're in the vehicle, and you can see, it's got typical rusting on the hub from this is the OEM one. So, but what I really noticed once I got the brakes and the brake cover off here was, you can see all this grease here and build up, and that's the wheel speed sensor there. So you can see down in there, there's a lot of debris in there, which definitely did not notice that on the driver's side. So this is definitely suspect, or definitely the cause, I would say. So you can see all that. Usually if you blow a bearing seal, and you can see it creeping up on the inside of the hub there, so that grease has probably just been spun around. So yeah, that's the culprit. While I'm at it, you can see I got the wheel hub assembly with the bearing, and like I said, I do the CV axle while I'm at it. Costs a little bit more money, but truck has over 80,000 miles now, and I figured while I'm in there, I might as well do it. So one less thing to do down the road if it were to fail. So yeah, if you guys are struggling with kind of troubleshooting or figuring out, like I said, typical theory is when you take the weight off one side by doing your steering test, if you take the weight off and the noise goes away, it's commonly or typically that side, but this was not the case. So it's not a catch-all, or it's not a go-all for that type of troubleshooting. Now, obviously, you could take a stethoscope, or there's other sound tools and equipment you can use to help troubleshoot as well. This is just a DIY at-home method here. So like I said, don't overrule that theory with the steering wheel. It could be either side, really. So I figure if you're going to replace one, it might be best to do both sides, and then your problem would probably be solved on either case than if it's either side. So anyways, just wanted to share that. So thanks for watching.